Got to ask you about Comey. Yeah, we played that clip, and this passive, what happened at the FBI? Well, they didn't follow some procedures. They would be you as the director who lied to the FISA court, number one, and there's all kinds of other problems. But the cavalier nature, even after it's all laid bare in the Durham report, your reaction this morning?
Well, if you listen to his comments, Ed, you'd think he was parking cars in the FBI garage, that he had no affiliation.
You're right.
I was like, I have no idea. But you were correct. I met with a former attorney general on this yesterday, and we went through it. Legally speaking, Comey at a minimum violated his oath of office. And the issue is, was there a predicate of a crime? And this is where clearly he violated all sorts of procedures. But the Durham report it's difficult to make that final shove from inappropriate, nothing to see here, we broke procedures to a crime. I would argue that election interference and conspiracy was a crime. Now, that's where I think it should go. But it's very clear at this point, Ed, that Comey was the guy who opened the door for all of those deviations from procedure and information not being passed. It wasn't an accident. He did this on purpose.
Yeah, I've said this before on this show, but there's an old Italian saying, the fish sinks from the head to the tail, right? And, does it change at all the fact that he was in a leadership position and influenced an entire organization to be, I don't know, the way it sounds, pretty corrupt? Does that matter, Tony?
Well, of course. I mean, look, let's use an example that people are really going to dislike. If you look at Heinrich Himmler and what he did with the SS, same thing with Comey. I mean, look, and by the way, I don't think it's look, he was wearing all black, just like the SS in that interview. Comey is just saying. So I'm just saying that
right. Well, yeah, let's not go down that rabbit hole. I hear you, but
fascism. I'm being a bit funny here, but fascism is fascism. Yep. When you decide you're going to do something as the head of an organization, you are the one responsible for the outcomes of your organization. So when Comey speaks in these glowing terms of, oh, well, just this happened, look, he upended through his own choices an entire election. And then remember, this whole Russian collusion thing spilled into the next election cycle. It was still ongoing, and folks still believe to this day, Ed. Some people still believe that Trump cooperated with the Russians. Comey did this.
Yeah, they still.
So the effects of this we're still living with.
And he says there were. Right. They and procedures. You were trying to take down a president, subvert the will of the people, we the people, with lies about Russia.
Yeah. In a very public way, manipulating the mainstream media in this process.
Exactly.
Some say not just a crime, treason has been thrown around as well. And interesting that you spoke to a former attorney general about all that, and yet Comey walks free and nothing happens.